Recently, I've been watching some videos from people that consider themselves part of something called MGTOW. Now, for those of you who don't know, here's a definition I found for what MGTOW is. MGTOW, or men going their own way, is a statement of self-ownership where the modern man preserves and protects his own sovereignty above all else. It is the manifestation of one word, no, ejecting silly preconceptions and cultural definitions of what man is, looking to no one else for social cues, refusing to bow, serve, and kneel for the opportunity to be treated like a disposable utility, and living according to his own best interests in a world which would rather he didn't. You might be asking yourself, why were you watching these videos, Scratch Point? Well, I guess it's because I like to hear what different people have to say about things and gain a perspective on what it is to identify as part of one of these movements or groups. However, I've seen various examples of stupidity in the comments section that seem to contradict this definition. So naturally, it's time to don my armor and step into White Knight territory because quite frankly, I'm tired of hearing these guys that spout diatribe that's no better than the radical feminist crap they're against. The shaming tactics of the unexperienced males are epic and hilarious in the comments. They know nothing of the dangers in front of them. The truth looks scary when you're confused and afraid. Nice grammar. I swallowed the red pill and therefore I am superior to all you peons because I see women in society for what they truly are. I'm definitely not trying to convince myself. Not at all. I am enlightened. As a 17-year-old young MGTOW, I feel as if this movement has opened my eyes and has prevented me from making a huge mistake by falling into the traps of the modern feminist society that has destroyed thousands of Western men, and probably including my father. I came across the MGTOW last night as I was browsing some videos, and I saw a comment from a MGTOW member, and I was absolutely gripped and amazed as to how I was being tricked my entire life. I am glad that the internet has allowed us men to stand up together and warn each other before it's too late. I am now going to warn my fellow companions and share this video to my male friends. I have been so confused on how females operate, but thanks to Sandman and MGTOW, I now finally know why girls manipulate us guys and how to prevent it. Translation. I'm an idiotic 17-year-old that doesn't understand anything about real life, so when I watch one video on the internet at random, I decide to change my entire worldview based on the ramblings of some lunatic in the comments section. This is in no way being naive or tricked by people. No, this is the one and true path to enlightenment. Thanks, MGTOW. Great sight indeed. Lovely big tits and nice sexy tan legs and open access. Ha. I can't agree with equal rights ever. Great job, bro. And nice tips from you, ex-pal. Exactly, Apotheosis. I wish I could have banged that. Ha. These guys are like the perfect example for why idiotic feminists keep making those I need feminism signs. Your existence is detrimental to your own cause. With attitudes like that, I think you'll have to keep wishing. I love how you always interview the hottest women, lol. Don't get me wrong, I dislike women, but still have urges. I have to resolve every now and then. I hate women and wouldn't want to be with one for life. But I accept I can't magically turn myself gay, so I have to lower myself to sleep with one every now and again, or I would combust. But if I just randomly wandered up to hot girls like you do with a camera, I would get arrested. I don't know how you get away with it, lol. I hate women, but I want to use them for sex in the same way that I don't want them to use me for money, marriage, and children. Today I discovered about MGTOW, and I am fucking glad I did. I feel so welcomed into this community. I've dealt with women's bullshit for many years, and then I got completely fed up, and for the past couple years I've been completely independent. Went from beta to pump and dump. I just want to say I love the MGTOW movement going on worldwide. What an amazing feeling. I'm going my own way by joining a community that's just as jaded towards the opposite sex as I am. I fail to see how needing the support of a community that agrees with you is being independent. I could be able to build a healthy relationship. Point is, I just don't want to. Women aren't worth my time because I have better things to do. Also, MGTOWs are allowed to create their own way of living. Every MGTOW I know has an own definition, what MGTOW is. I could have a relationship if I really wanted one. Really, I could. If every MGTOW has their own definition, why even bother having a label? Why not just, I don't know, live your life the way you want? Hey guys, anybody has or made MGTOW bumper stickers? That would be nice to arouse the curiosity of blue pill men. I know everything important that I've ever read has been on the back of some jackass's car. And why do I get the feeling curiosity isn't the only thing you want to arouse when it comes to men? I enjoy being a MGTOW. I will always be a MGTOW, even thought, I think you mean even though, I receive intense pressure to get a girlfriend and to have children. I have resisted for more than 13 years because I enjoy being a MGTOW. My story has a lot of helpful information. I describe the harassment methods that they use, and I describe the screwed up system in detail. Check out my blog, guys. Are you trying to convince us or yourself? I would hardly call societal and family pressure harassment. If you were 100% happy with your lifestyle, who cares what other people say? People used to bug the hell out of me because I don't drink, but quite frankly, their opinions don't matter. MGTOW and the Lion King. Obvious MGTOW masturbatory post, no apologies for that. But does anyone else have a new appreciation for Timon and Pumbaa after becoming a MGTOW? Men going the other way? Check out Simba's first bug. This is no better than when feminists try to find feminist ideals in stories where they have absolutely no place. Disney doesn't care about your movement, nor would they ever try to represent it. Why are women often so dumb? Everyone is looking for someone better to help them have a good life. If you're gonna think that and have that logic, it obviously has to go both ways, which is possibly can't, because the male is the one providing, not you, which means you're just a gold digger looking for handouts. It's really hard to take someone seriously that claims women are so dumb and yet can't even structure a sentence properly. It's entirely possible for both people in a relationship to help each other have a better life, because individuals have different wants and needs that can be fulfilled by their partner. I'm always fascinated how women reflexively hide female nature from men. Is she seriously implying there are women out there who like short, weak guys who make less money than them? It would have been funny if you asked, how about you? Would you date a guy like that? If you interviewed a guy and asked if men generally like breasts, he'll just say, of course, and go on about his business. There's someone out there for every different type of person. Yes, in general, there are aspects of a person that are considered attractive, but there are exceptions to these rules, and with the overwhelming amount of people in the world, at least one of them is bound to be attracted to someone that isn't conventionally attractive. I have a six-pack, a big dick, I make a lot of money, have better hair than any woman I've ever met, and I know how to fix shit. Looks like I'm set. And yet, here I am on the internet bragging about it. Someone noticed me. I'm awesome. Really, I am. I, too, attract a lot of female attention. It's a dreadful curse. A woman's gaze. That's a spider web. Even if you're complicate... Pray, what? Why can't these people write? It's still going to hurt. I'd rather be in a sniper's crosshairs. I know what the sniper wants to do, and that is to kill me quick. A woman, however, it could take years. Was that supposed to be like MGTOW poetry or something? Relationships are a risk. Nothing in life is a guarantee. This isn't a woman problem. This is a reality problem. If that's how you really feel, you can always join the military and hope for the best. Let's just face facts. 95% of Western women are not fit for marriage. They are great for hookups, but nothing you would want to have children with. I would only recommend marriage if the woman makes just as much money as you and is debt-free. However, the 5% of women who are fit to be wives are generally snatched up as soon as they are 18, so most guys are out of luck. Just my 2 cents that no one asked for. Let me just pull statistics out of my ass to justify my logic. There's something feminists never do. You do realize by hooking up with these women you're taking part in what you're judging them for, which makes you no better than them. Funny when women talk about romanticized, I think you mean romanticized, situations, saying like they can still live together and have marriage and kids and have that lifestyle, yet at the same time talking about being independent and not wanting that, but a career and being more into men things, so the relationship falls apart because of women's greedy wants and needs, so an independent woman is not to be trusted especially. Well, that was a clusterfuck to read. Your grammar is absolutely atrocious. That aside, you're still not really making sense here. You don't want a woman that's going to use you for your assets, but at the same time, you think an independent woman is not to be trusted. For a man going his own way, though, you sure are concerned with what women are doing. Understanding women in one easy step. Think of how a man is, then take away reason and accountability, and add insatiable greed. There you have it, folks, the female condition explained. And yes, I stole that from a movie. Stealing your idea of the way women are from a line in a movie sounds like a really solid way to build a worldview. You, sir, are a true free-thinking individual. Do not marry and do not cohabitate. Prenups are useless. Enjoy life as a MGTOW. If you want to be left alone to live your lifestyle the way you want to, then you should probably let other people do the same. If you don't want to get married or live with a woman, that's fine, but don't tell others how to live their lives. That doesn't sound very MGTOW of you. I made a mistake. I turned on the volume for a very short time. Does one peachy one really think animals had relationships? Does she think natural selection is a female picking a suitable mate? No, chick. I didn't study evolution. I know you didn't. Stop pretending like you know anything about the subject. Okay, volume back off. God damn, she is some eye candy-coated goodness. And I made the mistake of reading your idiotic comment, but such is life. Clearly, there aren't any animals that pick one mate and stick with them for life. Nope, that never happens ever, at all. I'd put it in her butt, no doubt. That is by far the most fitting username and avatar for a comment I have ever seen. At least he knows himself well enough. To be honest, I don't appreciate women who wear makeup like this. She doesn't appreciate herself, so how can I? She isn't happy with how her eyes look, lips, face color. Probably has colored contacts. Different person without makeup. Yes, because wearing makeup means you think you're naturally ugly. It's by no means a way to enhance and emphasize what you already have. I'm sure women the world over really care about what you appreciate and are lining up to be validated by a wonderful fellow such as yourself. I failed to find the comment again, but I saw one man say that women sleep around in their youth and then settle down with a quote-unquote beta male to take care of them, so the best way to go is short-term, non-committed relationships. Seemingly ignorant to the fact that by making such a suggestion, he was helping the trend that he believes to be so prevalent continue by taking part in said relationships. But it's totally women's fault. Totally. I find it funny that people that claim to be going their own way in life need a label and community to go along with it. If you were truly going your own way, you wouldn't need the support of other men, nor would they be trying to tell you what is or isn't red-pilled enough for your lifestyle. Let's not act like this isn't some kind of group or community and everyone involved is a free thinker, because that's clearly not the case, as a good majority of what I see is people parroting diatribe they've heard somewhere else. The problem here is not the lifestyle of freedom they supposedly want to live. It's this superiority complex that seems to come with it, where you actually believe you're somehow more enlightened than the rest of society by making life choices that people have been making for years before there was ever a label for it. These people generalize women in a negative light the same way that feminists generalize all men as potential rapists. Just because you have some anecdotes about women that aren't the best people doesn't make all women terrible people out to drain your wallets. Regardless of gender, race, and sexual orientation, some people are just idiots. This is not a gendered issue. This is human nature. Some people are jerks, and it should never make you believe an entire part of humanity is some evil syndicate plotting against you. Now, before you get defensive, because I know this so-called manosphere is very sensitive to criticism of any kind, gee, that sounds just like another ideological movement people can't stand, consider this. I'm talking about a very small group of people that I ran across that identify themselves with this label. This does not mean that I believe everyone that considers themselves MGTOW is like this. That should be a given. If you're someone that identifies as MGTOW but doesn't think or act like this, you really don't need to leave me a 6-page essay in the comments as to why MGTOW is the greatest thing to ever happen to you. You found something you want to be a part of, and you're not an extremist. That's wonderful. Congratulations. This actually applies to everything I criticize. I'm not speaking about entire groups of people, just the specific individuals that happen to label themselves in this way. Be smart enough to realize this. However, if you are one of these twats that feel superior, feel free to leave your hate mail below. Red pill, blue pill, old pill, new pill.
You sound like an asshole!